Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm going to keep this as short as possible um, and just kind of provide a formal update. There's not really much more that we could end up doing this morning just because it's a bit short notice, and also I've been very, very busy trying to get everything. But I'm super glad to be able to share all this with you guys and just kind of move to the next
Hello,
stage.
dude. How are you?
Hey, how are you, man? What's up?
Nice and warm in this side, like 25 degrees, so sunny, hot in the office.
Hey man, that's always nice, right? Get those winter temperatures out of there.
Yeah, we have a bit of heat wave, so it's nice. Nice, a bit of warm area. Yes. How you been?
Man, not too bad. I've been super busy trying to get everything together and kind of try to manage all these different. I'm from Texas, so it's super hot here, like always. But it's been even hotter lately. It's been like I don't know what this is in Celsius, but like 104 degrees um, Fahrenheit, like every day. So it's definitely been hot, but been good, man.
104 Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit and Celsius. I'm just quickly check. That's like 40 degrees.
Yeah,
Man. Oh man, I wouldn't be leaving the house on that weather.
it's a scorcher, man. Yeah, it gets like that a lot down here. So
Crazy, crazy, dude. That's I can't keep up with 25 degrees, what we have now, but 40. Jesus.
I know, man. Honestly, like you said, we sometimes just won't even leave the house because you're just like, what's the point? You're just gonna basically be a sweaty mess when you get back like 10 minutes later.
Agree, dude. Yes. How does everything else looks for you? Work? We didn't manage to catch up in the last few days since the last meeting.
I know, man. We've been like going back in Sundays or what we ended up deciding on, but I got to get that on the schedule and just get it scheduled so we can kind of connect. So really, what I've been well as announcement on there. So it'll give everyone like a bird's eye view of like how everything works and then how we're going to like proceed. Um, and then the last thing that I've been getting done right now is the audit. So we switched audit providers from a group called Safer ICO to a group called Ascendant Finance. And Ascendant Finance is basically a group of people who essentially do like business development and law and Solidity smart contracts, specifically for crypto industry. That's like all that they do. So they're going to give us a really, really thorough audit. We're going through it right now. And then from there, we're going to actually start kind of moving the needle forward. So I have the Shield team is ready to basically start reaching out individually to each person from the Guff group, and then we also are going to have a series of campaigns that we're going to run out to kind of start reaching out to those guys. I believe that's going to begin on Friday, so fingers crossed. That's kind of the plan right now, and then as all of those things happen, like begin happening on Friday, we'll get super serious, pull everybody back in, and keep the momentum alive to kind of start getting ready to actually launch the contract. So that's kind of where I am right now.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds that you had lots of hands on. What's your view on the current market at the moment before you plan launching the project?
That's a good question, bro. So I think that the market is kind of like we're definitely in a downswing right now. I think the one thing that makes me, I guess, like not as concerned about that is that a lot of people like just um, in the patchwork group alone, I saw someone who was saying that, I hope with Eighth Wonder and Chicken Land BNB miner, I should have a nice steady income of crypto. So I think that the miner projects and passive income projects and other projects have like kind of surpassed. I don't want to say surpassed market conditions, but bad market conditions for some reason always seem to actually indicate that those projects are getting popular. And I think it's because people like shift from more of like a offensive stance where they're like trying to look for different meme coins and different like plays to kind of get like, you know, a times 10 or a times 100, to like kind of getting to the point where they're looking to establish more income during the bear market. So I almost see them as bear market tools for investors to kind of like hedge their risk against. And so because of that, I don't think we'll have too bad of a market climate. Like, I don't think the market climate will impact us too bad. But also, I am willing to wait like a week or two to kind of see how everything shakes out, because I know that like nothing can be totally immune to it, right?
Absolutely, yes. At the moment, yeah, it's quite interesting to see the market. Yes.
It is, man. It is. Like, I think we'll be good in the fall here. This is kind of like the usual cycle that, you know, the bull runs have kind of gone on, you know, traditionally. So I'm not too worried that we're going to stay down here for too long. I do think that it will affect our launch. I'm just trying to kind of see exactly how I feel about that, you know, going forward. How do you feel about it? Why don't I ask you that?
Yeah, so well, that's the reason why I'm asking you as well, because at the moment there's a massive fear, and I think after the statement comes out tomorrow, yes, they're starting tomorrow or Thursday. What they're starting, they're saying the states about the recessions. They're going to be pulling out the statements. So I think it's going to be interesting to see where people goes, but I think there's a massive fear at the moment, and as you say, that people do look, they keep the cash at the moment, and that's why I'm sort of like on the boundaries. Okay, what is the best way? Maybe a little bit wait until we know where Bitcoin goes, because at the moment it's only going down. Everything
Right.
is going down, and I think in the next week or so, we actually can reach probably 19 or 13,000 on the Bitcoin.
I would agree with you there for sure.
So, and because of the market conditions at the moment, people are scared. People are, you know, and when you emotionally scared and you make loads of people sell like paper hands. So, you know, my views on this is that to be mindful on not launching too early on a downtrend, because people will start dumping more, and then it can cause the project to fail.
I think that's great advice, man. I think that that's exactly why me and you click, because we have um, the experience and kind of like, you know, the understanding to kind of go back and forth and figure out what works. And I agree with you to a pretty like full complete extent. To be real, like it definitely makes me nervous. With the existing community, we have like all of their contacts. I have email lists. I have Telegram lists. I have, you know, we have the automatic reach out and DM tools and all of those things. So I think like reaching them, reactivating them will be easy. It will be a decent amount of work and coordination, but I'm confident that we can get that right. Um, and I don't think that that's going to be too affected by the bear market. What I do think is going to be affected by the bear market is when we try to widen our project group and essentially start bringing in new people and like launch the contract. That's when I really do feel like what you're saying is ringing the most true. Unfortunately, I feel like that puts us at least 2 weeks out in terms of like when the contract launches. Um,
Yes,
yep,
I agree, but I think what I would, you know, I'm looking on the chart now on the Bitcoin chart.
yep,
It's on a massive downtrend, and all the science shows it's going to go to 12,600
okay,
for me, and that means we're going to be next 2 3 weeks we might see massive dump. from Bitcoin before it's going to be start going into consolidation. You know, it's going to start going sideways.
Yep.
It's hard to say. Maybe it's worth to wait two more weeks. You know, if I know that you're excited and you want, because you worked on this very, you know, it's all hands on you. You know, all the work you did on the project. But you know, I would probably consider maybe take two weeks delay and see how market performs.
I'm totally with it, man. Like we're a team, so if that's what you guys advise and that's what you think, like I'm super serious about kind of taking heed to that advice and not pressing forward just myself. Um, I've seen what happens when like that's kind of the situation. So I definitely think at this point we're probably going to end up waiting. Um, how do you feel about bringing in like the old Guff investors before that? Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think we should also wait there?
Also wait. Also wait. It's gonna create too much FUD if you put them in early, and people are losing money now. You know, loads and loads of money because liquidation is every day. And you know, we can see that there is too much liquidation every single day from billions get wiped out.
Right.
So there is a scarcity. If you bring them in too early, they can start putting a lot. I think keeping them on a small updates, and as you mentioned, you can always pull them in anytime. That's not a worry.
Right.
So you don't give them hope too early, but soon enough, you know, week before we can actually launch, I think we could start pulling them in, saying that we're ready, we can test it, and you know, giving them a warm welcome. I think that would be the ways. But at the moment, like I said, I think we need to wait. It's going to be, you know, when is the bottom of the Bitcoin?
That makes sense. I definitely see where you're coming from there, to be honest. Like, it's probably the biggest concern that I have right now. It's like, dang, man, as soon as we get ready to launch, we kind of hit this next leg in the bear market. So it kind of puts like that concern and that franticness to kind of like beat the market, but at the same time, we don't want to be too eager about, I guess, getting things out. So I think in terms of like announcements or anything like that, but I think we can kind of keep people updated, and I can get a few things scheduled to where we're doing like 1 or 2 weekly announcements, and then we can use this time.
I think that, yeah, I think that's all we need. Just a tip, you know, a small update. That's all. I think that's absolutely fine. So there would be, you know, I know if I would be in a group, I would be appreciated if small updates and you know, I'm in loads of groups, and some of the projects just keep updating once a week or once every 2 weeks. There's a message comes up and it updates everything that's happening, and but it's also, you know, those are the reasons, because you know that there's Celsius is like stopping the withdrawals. People are panicking now. They can't withdraw the money. Everything is going. Ethereum is losing. So there's so much things that, you know, it's actually, we need to look on this so before we actually step out in the game.
I know. I think this is great advice, honestly. Like, to be real, like I keep a decent pulse on the market, but I guess like I'm kind of just like agnostic of a lot of the market cycles, especially now, because like we're just like, hey, we're building our own thing. Exactly what's going on in the market. Probably the best for us to just hold off just a small bit and be a little bit more.
We can always launch anytime. But if you're going to launch in the wrong time, it's going to cost us the project. Well, you know, to you as well, especially for you. Because it can be tough ride. It can be really tough ride.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's going to be hard for people to kind of, you know, get excited about it. And I've also seen that same pace like of slowdown, not only just in other projects, but like on YouTube channels and you know, with like the different people who are kind of like pushing out the information. They're not making as many videos, as many projects.
Combination of all these points, it says, yeah, hold on, hold the horse.
More, delegating a little bit harder and more efficiently, and kind of like making sure that now that we have like a direction and we have enough operations to keep people busy, that we like get those jobs to people and get them where they're working in them efficiently. So I think that's kind of where we'll focus the next couple of weeks, is like really getting the team together, really making sure that everyone knows their responsibilities in terms of like daily, a lot of that, and then getting someone to like kind of take over the announcements as well as stuff like that. And I think that that would actually be helpful to us as well while we're waiting for the market to kind of revive, or like at least show some signs of like the bleeding of is stopping.
I agree. I can't agree more than just you said. It's the best way to go. Because if you're going to drop down below 19, it's going to be going to drop to 12. I can see that. And that drop might happen quick before we can go into consolidation. So once we go there, it's going to be perfect times to start, because then it's a nice straight ride, not too much ups.
Do, but I don't know exactly if we were going to be able to do them. So I'm happy there. And then also, we have, like you're saying, a lot of people who can help. We have a lot of time now that we can kind of like iron out those last few bits, which will make the launch that much smoother and just keep a lot of the problems coming out. So I'm with just kind of hold off until we think that the market is kind of, cooling off a little bit in terms of like the down action. So, next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think we'll kind of be seeing exactly what's going on there, and we can move from there.
Perfect. Yeah, I agree with you. That I agree completely.
Awesome. Anything else, man? Anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No. Well, just getting together, finalizing the numbers. So I can work on this, so we have a little bit more understanding. But apart from that, no. I think you've done great work so far. Not much from my side.
Not much from my side either. So okay, you said, and this is just me reviewing. You said your evening time is best to meet, so we're gonna meet in our morning. So I'm just checking I'm just checking the messages that we like, the last messages that we sent. So I think that we were, and just say, hey, let's find a time in the mornings that's good for us, and then I think we're good after that, man. I don't really see any issues that we may have, and then we can kind of just go from there, and all actually talk and have a conversation that I think will be super productive.
This Friday will be definitely not, but anything Saturday and Sunday, I'm most of the time always free, so it's absolutely fine. Any evenings, any mornings for you is fine.
Awesome. Yeah, that works for me. I mean, I don't see any issue there, so I think let's shoot for that. We'll get that going. I'm trying to get Ken to kind of do like a weekly check-in and schedule. So like once I have the summary in terms of like the summary of like the weekly schedule and all of the recurring announcements and stuff like that, which is about 99% done, then I will share that with everyone, and we'll set to where everyone knows what they're doing. They're kind of like running through their stuff every single week, and then we're really just waiting for that right time to kind of roll things out.
Agree. Perfect. I think that's perfect.
All right, man. Well, shoot, I appreciate you hopping on, bro. I honestly had forgotten to schedule the meeting.
Because Tuesday today, yeah.